Hi, welcome back. This is Donna with ABC Cake Decorating Supplies. I want to take a little side excursion trip. I want to show you how to make gummies. If you like gummies, you're going to love homemade gummies, and the reason is you can flavor them the way you want, and if you have chocolate molds, you can make them any shape that you want. What I've done here is just a little sample of the different kinds of gummies that you can make. And you can mix the gummy colors and make rainbow gummies. It's up to you, but look how simple this is. What you need is a saucepan, something to stir with, 2 packages of unflavored gelatin, a package of gelatin, and it's a small package, you don't need the big one, but it cannot be sugar-free. There's something about the non-sugar-free that doesn't work. So, Jello. And then a 1/4 cup of light corn syrup. So any kind of corn syrup, doesn't matter, just light corn syrup. Then you're also going to need some oil to spray for your chocolate molds. I like the coconut oil, because if you try to use like the spray that you use for your cakes that has the flour and the oil in it, it kind of leaves a taste and it's not a nice taste. So do a nice flavored oil to go with your gummies. And then you're going to need a 1/2 cup of very cold water. If you forget these ingredients, that's okay. We will have them on our website for you. First you need to do, take your pan and our very cold water. If you have water on your refrigerator or in your refrigerator, that works best. It's just, the cold water is really nice because it prevents it from clumping your clear, unflavored gelatin. So we're gonna take our packets, and there's just 2, and you can find these in the grocery store in the baking aisle. And it doesn't need to be a top brand. Generics works fine, just like on the Jello. If you find a flavored Jello you like, that'll work good. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stir it here, just so that it dissolves. So while you're doing this, you can be, yelling at your kids or your dog. So we'll just be stirring. We just wanna make sure we get all the clumps out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in the rest of our ingredients, and we're going to put it on our stove, and we're going to put it on medium to a medium-low heat. We don't really want to bring this to a boil. All we want to do is stir it enough so that everything will dissolve. So we've got this mixed pretty well. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to turn it on. So we've got it on to, here's low, and this is medium. So I'm going to go right in between a little bit of medium and go right down to low. I'm going to put in my 1/4 cup. And the reason why we're adding the 1/4 cup of our corn syrup is it keeps the gummies from drying out. So you want to just add, it's a little bit different than a Jello jiggler, and this will keep them from drying out and getting really hard. So this is something that you want to make sure. And this process only takes 2 to 3 minutes, depending upon how nice it wants to melt for you. And then we're going to just lightly sprinkle this in. And we're doing orange. Now we're just going to stir it. And this is where you just kind of take your time. You don't want to stir it real fast because you don't want to get a lot of air bubbles in it, because you want to get those nice clear gummies that we have. So we're just going to stir it. And it's starting to look good. And in just a minute, you can kind of see how it's starting to separate right now. So now I'm going to turn off my heat, and now as you can tell, it's clear, but it's still cloudy. What we want to do now is called clarify our Jello. So it kind of, if you've ever clarified butter or anything before, kind of the same concept. When it all is dissolved, and you pour this very gently into your cup. Again, you don't want to get a lot of bubbles. Then we're going to set it aside. Through the magic of videos, we took 20 minutes, made it 5 seconds, and we turned orange Jello into green Jello. Now you can see here how it's separated. That is basically the clarification of it. All of the Jello part, the clear Jello is on the bottom, and we just have the clarification or all the foamy stuff on top. What you do here is you just come in here and you can see how all of this foam, and you can just put it somewhere. But you want to be gentle because you want to get it just nice and clear Jello. Then you can see the Jello is clear. What we do is we're going to take just a little bit of our coconut oil. And it doesn't need a lot, just a squirt. And then you can either take your finger, you can take a towel, however you want to go ahead and grease these. But you do need to grease these. If you don't, they don't come out so easy. And then we're just going to take it. We're gently going to pour them in here. We got one. And these molds are kind of big here, where if you're using the littler guys, you can get quite a few out of them. And then what you do is you take them and put them in your refrigerator, and then in about 2 hours, when you're done, you'll take them out, and they're just this easy to take out. You just push them and they come out. And then I'll show you a green one here because he's kind of big. Then you have these nice little gummies. They're nice and clear because you've clarified your Jello, and they're good enough to eat. In fact, if you remember Marcus from our last video, okay, buddy, try that one.
It's good.
Thank you for watching our little excursion on how to make gummies. So simple. If you have any comments, please contact Donna at doublervideo.com and with comments, and we will have this gummy recipe listed for you also. Thank you, and hey, thumbs up. Please give me one. Thank you.